What's going on, guys? So, I had the pleasure or displeasure of flying through a particular international airport on the East Coast, and it was going really smooth. Unusually smooth almost, to the point where I was like, I guess the airports are actually making this process a bit better. Then I actually started talking to people. Big fucking mistake. Apparently, the asshole that gives TSA agents a hard time thinks that he can give his fellow passengers a hard time, even though they sympathize with him and say, man, that's some bullshit. And give you a point. Black guy goes through the scanner, his stuff gets flagged. So he has to get it scanned, and then get it scanned, and get it scanned again through the x-ray machine. So after some back and forth between him and the lady, she's like, do you want to be safe? Because it sounds like you don't want to be safe. And that's when he gets some act right in the system. Oh, no, ma'am, that's not what I'm saying at all. So my stuff had to go through the scanner also. And I say, man, I was hoping that you wouldn't say something along the lines of, you guys haven't prevented a terror attack yet. You know, kind of joking with him. He gives me this what the fuck look like. Why would I say that? I was just asking because I wanted to know for future reference what to bring and what not to bring and what to do and what not to do. As if to say that he didn't know that he couldn't bring a open bag of whey protein with him on his carry-on. At that point, I said, "Oh, I understand what you mean. I was just joking with you, you know, because, well, they actually haven't prevented a terror attack, so the idea of keeping you safe is laughable." It's like, "Oh no, man, no, I would never say some stuff like that." So I was like, all right, maybe I should keep my humor to myself, you know. Try not to, you know, have some camaraderie with my fellow passengers and shit like that, because everybody's tense. So then I get on the plane, and a woman who supposedly hasn't flown ever, she's from Nebraska, by the way, gets on the plane and sits next to another gentleman in front of me, and proceeds to remain silent for a duration of time. I'd say about maybe 4 or 5 minutes. Then everything closes. We go through our presentations. Nothing. We start taxiing to the airport. Taxiing to the runway. And she looks to the guy and says, I've never flown blah, 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 blah. Start this again. I've never flown before, so I'm a bit nervous. You'll have to excuse me. And him, being the sympathetic person he is, an older gentleman, twice her age, I mean, you know, it is what it is, says, oh, no worries, you know, you know, you'll get through it. It's pretty simple, you know, we just sit back and relax. And then they proceed to talk the entire fucking time. I'm not going to tell you how long we were on the flight, but let's suffice to say, they talked the entire fucking time. When she stopped talking, he would re-engage her. And because he's twice her age and she's pretty, you know, he ignored the fact that she wasn't actually responding to anything he said. She was pretty much just using him as a soundboard, and he was okay with it. And she and he spoke to one and laughed and giggled and, you know, pretty much distracted one another from this really easy, simple, cozy fucking flight. All the while, people around there were like, what the fuck, man? Like, can we take a nap real quick? I mean, it is an early morning flight. No, we can't. And fuck you for thinking that, because apparently you have high expectations and you are privileged if you think that you could catch some shut-eye on one of the first flights out of an international airport. Keep in mind, you know, you got to be there 2 hours early. And ironically enough, she shut the fuck up as soon as those tires hit down. As soon as those tires hit, she ain't have shit to say. To which me and my fellow passengers were like, imagine that. But that goofy ass simp old dude, he didn't catch the hint. He didn't catch the hint that he was pretty much being used to distract her from her fear and to pretty much be a sounding board for all her Nebraska stories, and proceeds to re-engage her, to which she is not fucking biting now because she's gotten over it. She's good now. So then he's like, offering to take her to the fucking, walk her to the other terminal and all this other shit, and escort her this way, and, hoping that they're on the next flight together, connecting flight together and all this other shit. And I'm like, Jesus Lord, Buddha, Dalai Lama, whoever, please don't let these motherfuckers be on this next flight, because I would really like to get some fucking sleep.